All right, family. Your girl has mustered up some energy for tonight. We are ready to go. Hey, fam. It is your girl. Whew. I'm a little tired. I missed that hour of sleep. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I do miss it. I missed that hour of sleep that we lost today. How y'all doing? It is your girl, Michelle Allen Franklin, honey. It is Mrs. Michelle D.I. for Miss Divine Intervention, honey, because there are no coincidences in this world. Only God's divine intervention in our lives. And Miss Community Builder, why? Because your girl is always giving you the good information that you need, honey, for your mind, your body, your spirit, and all those good emotions. So we are continuing on. It is late. Your girl is tired, but I am here. We are on day 9. Day 9 of what? The Magic. The Magic by Miss Rhonda Burns is what we are doing for the month of March. We are practicing gratitude and seeing how it is showing up in our lives, honey. It is one thing for you to take a moment to shift. If you are trying to shift your altitude, if you're trying to shift your energy, if you're trying to get back to the center and the core of you, if you feel like you lost yourself a little bit, honey, gratitude is the way to go. Or if you're just trying to appreciate life, if you just want to get you some more God in your life, practicing gratitude, honey. Yes, because he is the giver of all things and he loves for us to give him some attention. He loves for us to give him that love and that attention. And honey, that is what we are doing. It is the Magic, again, by Miss Rhonda Burns. We are on day 9. It is the money magnet, honey. If your money is funny, you really want to do this practice. Let's get into it. It is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. I can't even pronounce this man's name. I'm not even going to try. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to try. Gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. Let me say that again. Gratitude is riches and complaint is poverty. It's the golden rule of your whole life. Whether it's your health, job, relationships, or money, the more grateful you can be for the money you have, even if you don't have very much, the more riches you will receive. And the more you complain about money, the poorer you will become. Today's magical practice turns one of the biggest reasons people complain about money into an act of gratitude. And so it has double the power to change the circumstances of your money. You'll be replacing a complaint, which makes you poor, with gratitude, which makes you rich, which brings you riches. Most people wouldn't think that they complain about money, but if there is a lack of money in your life, they are complaining without realizing. Complaining happens through people's thoughts as well as their words. And most people aren't aware of the many thoughts in their head. Any complaints, negative, jealous, or worried thoughts or words about money are literally creating poverty. And of course, the biggest complaints come when money has to be paid out. If you don't have enough money, paying your bills can be one of the most difficult things to do. It can seem like there is a greater stream of bills than there is money to pay them. Honey. But if you complain about your bills, then what you are really doing is complaining about money. And complaining keeps you in poverty. If you don't have enough money, the last thing you would normally do is feel grateful to your bills. But in fact, that's exactly what you have to do to receive more money in your life. To have a rich life, you must be grateful for everything to do with money, and begrudging your bills is not being grateful. You must do the exact opposite, which is to be grateful for the goods or services you received for those who build you. It is such a simple thing to do, but it will have a monumental effect on the money in your life. You will literally become a money magnet. Now, let me just say this real quick, guys. I had no idea, right, when I started doing this practice, just how powerful it is. But I will say, I'm like, my little thing is acting crazy. I'm sorry. But I will say that it does make a tremendous difference to help you if you are complaining, because my thing is acting crazy. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to figure out why my thing is acting so crazy. Okay. I try to set this thing up before I start, but so I'm sorry. Okay. So who knew complaining about the bills? So complaining about the bills, Lord knows, guilty. I definitely was complaining about my bills. I definitely was not grateful to be receiving bills. But I want you to just think outside the box, step outside your normal way of thinking, and be open to what this book is saying, what Rhonda Burns is saying about this. So here we go. To be grateful for a bill. This is a shift of mindset right here, guys. To be grateful for a bill, think about how much you've benefited from the service or goods on the bill. If it's payment for rent or a mortgage, be grateful that you have a home and you're living in it. What if the only way you could live in a home was by saving up all the money and paying cash for it? What if there was no such thing as lending institutions or places to rent? Most of us will be living on the streets. So be grateful to the lending institutions or your landlord, because they have made it possible for you to live in a home or apartment. Guys, can you see my book? You see those underlined? Underlined. I was like, wait a minute, what? Let me. That's a whole nother thing. The first time I read this, I was like, okay. If you're paying a bill for gas and electric, think about the heating or the cooling you receive, the hot showers, and every appliance you were able to use because of the service. If you're paying a phone or internet bill, imagine how difficult your life would be if you had to travel vast distances to talk to each person individually. Think about how many times you've been able to call family and friends, send and receive emails, or access information instantly through the internet because of your service provider. All of these remarkable services are at your fingertips. So be grateful for them. And be grateful that the companies trust you by providing their services before you have paid them. Ever since I discovered the phenomenal power of gratitude, I write the magic words, "thank you, paid," on every bill as I pay it, and I never miss a single one. At the beginning, when I didn't have the money to pay a bill, I would still use gratitude's magical power and would instead write across the bill, "thank you for the money." Then, when I had the money to pay it, I would add, "thank you, paid." Today, you are going to do the same thing. Take any currently unpaid bills. Take any currently unpaid bills you have and use gratitude's magical power by writing across them, "thank you for the money," and feel grateful for having the money to pay the bill. Whether you have it or not, if you receive and pay most of your bills online, then you will receive an online bill Then you will receive an online bill. Forward it to yourself as an email and write in the subject line in capital bold letters, "Thank you for the money." Next, find 10 bills you paid in the past, excuse me, and write across the front of each one of the bills, "Thank you, paid." As you write on each paid bill, feel as grateful as you possibly can that you had the money to pay the bill. The more gratitude you can harness for the bills you've paid, the more money you will magically magnetize to you, excuse me. From this day forward, you can make it your regular practice, and whenever you pay a bill, you briefly think about the great service you received from the bill and write across the face of the bill the magic words, "Thank you, paid." If you don't have the money to pay a bill, use gratitude's magical power and write, "Thank you for the money," and feel as if you're saying thank you because you have the money to pay the bill. I underlined this as well. Feeling gratitude for the money you paid out guarantees you will receive more. Gratitude is like a magnet, golden thread attached to your money. So when you pay out, the money always returns to you. Sometimes equally, sometimes tenfold, sometimes 100-fold. The abundance you receive back depends not on how much money you give, but on how much gratitude you give. You can have so much gratitude when you pay a bill for $50 that you could receive back 100. Today's magical practice number 9. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 things. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, take any current unpaid bills you have, use gratitude's magical power, and write across each one, "Thank you for the money." Feel grateful for having the money to pay the bill, whether you have it or not. Number 3, take 10 bills you've paid in the past and write across the front of each one of them the magic words, "Thank you, paid." Feel truly grateful that you had the money to pay the bill. This is really, really significant for me because I was one of those people that if I did not have the money to pay something, I definitely was not feeling grateful about it. I definitely was feeling some kind of way. It would definitely make me feel, it would mess with my spirit. I would ignore bills. I would, not open bills, right? I wouldn't even check my mail. And when I did, I would just get a whole stack and I would put them somewhere. I would not even pay attention to them. So what this practice has done for me is that it has helped me to, one, get me a budget together, align everything up, and know what all is coming out, and to stop avoiding. That is probably the biggest thing that I've done since I've started doing gratitude, and then just being grateful. And in that period of time, especially like last year, y'all, I was not even working full time. I did not have a full time. There was a period of time where I didn't have a job at all. And so this is really significant for me because I haven't always had the money to pay, everything. And again, I was avoiding. And so, and I can't even say that I, have the money to pay everything right now, but I do know the difference, and what it's made in me is I do feel gratitude and I do feel grateful for the money that I have. And it has put me in a situation where, that the job that I have, it has created more stability. God has created more stability. God, I think because I'm grateful for what I have and just genuinely grateful. Lord, I don't even know how or when I'm going to be able to pay this bill, but thank you. I know that God provides and the money is coming. And so, again, this practice is called, the magic, but I think she just had to call it that because of like commercial reasons. But this really is a spiritual thing when you can get in a place where you can thank God regardless, whether you have it or you don't have it, and be grateful for the things that you do have. That is really what this is all about, is being grateful for what you do have. And I never looked at it like, I was definitely one. I would have a whole attitude about having to pay, pay the rent, pay the electric bill, pay this and pay that, instead of looking at it from a place of, Lord, thank you that I even have a place to stay. Right? Thank you that I even have lights. Thank you that I don't have to, pay 12 months in advance or pay the whole thing off or pay a whole house payment, some hundred thousands of dollars before somebody will trust me to be in a space. Right? It's a different mentality, and it's a different way to look at things. And that's really all of these practices are, just a shift of mindset. And can you get there? Right? Can you get there? So that's where we're at. We are, just being grateful for the things that we have. I call it the little things that we take for granted. I pray every night, and I said this the other day, but it's because I do. And I pray that maybe you'll pick it up too. Lord, thank you for all the things that I took for granted today. Because we take so much stuff for granted. We just the little things. And I think that this also puts a consciousness to it, to where an awareness to it, to where you can just get to a place of, okay, I thought my life was bad, but it's not that bad. And even again, in the losses that I've had this year, this and with my cousin and with my nephew, gratitude is the thing that I feel like has helped me get to a place where I'm not in darkness like I would be, or like I have been in the past. And I'm grateful for that, and so I'm just sharing with you some things that I've been doing. I've been practicing gratitude since last June, and it generally intentionally, let me say this, and I've been practicing gratitude probably most of my life, but I got to a place where I lost it for a little while, and I found myself just complaining, about everything. And so I started getting very intentional, about my life and about decisions and about different things. And this is one of the things that I know for sure, Lord, how can I get back centered? So if you're feeling uncentered, if you're feeling a little, I really don't feel myself, this is one of the practices that can help you center your spirit, center your core, center your mind, and get you back into a place of alignment. Very, very simple things that you can do every day. And so, as you can see, it doesn't take that long, to take 10 minutes in the morning and write, hey, what am I grateful for? And then look at the practice as to what it's saying that day and how does this apply in my life? So that is my wish for you. Um, again, I know that this practice has helped me tremendously, and I'm grateful for each one of you. I'm grateful for the feedback that I've received over the past few days. I'm thankful for the love. I'm thankful for all. I'm thankful for everybody that's taken the time to watch the live. I know some practices are a little bit easier to do than others, but again, I ask you to be open, try it and just see if, once you start writing, it's something about the writing, and not only writing why you're grateful for things, but not only writing what you're grateful for, but writing the why you're grateful for them. It shifts. There's a shift that happens when you do that. I promise you. And so thank you again. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. It is your girl, Michelle Allen Franklin. Grateful for each and every one of you. Miss Community Builder, honey, I'm going to always give you the good information that you need. Stay tuned this week. I will be dropping a new podcast with one of my guests. And then I have another one that is coming up next Sunday. And so that I'm really, really happy and excited to share. And so, your girl is always giving you the good information. It is the community builder in me. Y'all have a good one. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you.